look around.
Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be telling you about veganism and why I became vegan and tips on how to start becoming vegan. This video is actually a collab with one of my closest Instagram and YouTube friends, Rose Mackenzie. Her channel is one of my favourite channels at the minute. She is such a nice person and so kind, and we thought we would do this collab series. So I realised I said that me and Rose were doing a collab series, so I just wanted to explain a little bit more about that. We are going to be doing a collab series about issues in the world, mostly environmental and like veganism, fast fashion, global warming, stuff like that. So if you want to leave any other suggestions, then leave them in the description and we will be sure to do them. If you want to go and message us and tell us topics to talk about, then feel free to do that. Without further ado, I think we should just get into the video. So first we're going to start off, I have got notes on my phone by the way, that's why I will be looking at my notes on my phone. I'm going to start off by telling you the definition of veganism, just in case you don't know, or so you can get a little bit more of an idea. So veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable whatever that word is, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing or any other purpose. I am completely vegan in what I eat, however there is still a few things in my wardrobe or makeup and bags, for example, that may have leather because I bought them before I became vegan. I only became vegan in August 2018. I'm just going to get into a few reasons why you should become vegan or why you should think about becoming vegan, because I don't want this video to be like, you need to be vegan now. Like, obviously it is your choice, and I just think that if you incorporate even just one vegan meal a week even, then you can make a massive difference. I'm not sure of the statistics, but it will make a massive difference to the world. That sounds really dramatic, but it's true. One of the reasons why I became a vegan was because I watched a documentary on Netflix and it's called What the Health, and that just kind of tells you about the health side of becoming vegan, not to do with the environment. Even the health side of it is pretty scary, like what not being vegan does to your body. And as soon as I watched that, I never ate meat since I watched that video and never will. My whole family, we watched it together. My whole family has not become vegan, but like we have probably 2 out of the 7 meals, like dinners a week, we probably have vegan meals. Another reason why I became vegan was just because I was really interested in cooking, like ever since I was really young. We love a pro chef. My mum actually found this girl called Deliciously Ella. She loves her recipes and all that, and she's plant-based, so vegan. So that's why I decided to make my own vegan Instagram as well, so I think that's the perfect opportunity to plug it in here. So if you don't already, you can go and follow me on that. I post like quite often. The first reason why I became vegan was because of health issues. I had really bad skin. I still have bad skin now. I've only got a bit of concealer on, but I used to wear so much makeup. My first few videos, my skin was still bad from eating meat and dairy products, like it was quite bad. I have noticed a massive difference in my skin since I became vegan, because like dairy causes you to have spots. Not everyone, but some people are like slightly allergic to dairy, and the side effect is that they have spots on the skin, and that was me. But I'm kind of glad because it made me stop eating dairy. There is a lot of benefits, like I can't think of one con to becoming vegan. I literally can't think of one thing that would be bad about becoming vegan, apart from maybe if your friends go to a restaurant and you haven't got a lot of options, I don't know. But nowadays there is so many options. So even like within a year it's changed so much, because I used to struggle with restaurants when I first started. There used to be like one option, and if you didn't like it you kind of just had to get it. But now, like going into restaurants, they have like vegan menus, like a whole separate menu for vegans, or at least a vegetarian and vegan menu shared. Most restaurants have at least 3 vegan options, like that's what I found in my local area anyway. So it also lowers your risk of heart disease, which is obviously really good. The main source of cholesterol, like how you get cholesterol, is from processed meat, and obviously if you're vegan you're not eating processed meat, so that's how you don't get cholesterol, and that's what causes heart disease. This is a common misconception because a lot of people like to stereotype the vegan diet and they think it's like really bad for you, really bad for growing up. They just think that it's all bad, but literally it's all good. The only thing that I can think that is bad about being vegan is that you can lack in vitamin B12 and vitamin D, I'm pretty sure, but it's so easy to get it. So Ashley Wicker, her videos are amazing. She's also a vegan teenager. She tells you about the nutrients and stuff, and she recently did a video where she did a what I eat in a day, but she calculated all her nutrients at the end of the day to prove that a vegan diet can be 100% nutritious and you can get every single nutrient that you need in a day. And she also gave a massive tip that if you eat half a Brazil nut every day, you will never lack in B12, because that gives you all the B12 that you need for a whole day. So I mean, that's all you have to do. Like, that's not exactly bad, is it? You could literally crush up and put it on anything, you wouldn't even know. It's also really good for weight loss. It also improves kidney function and lowers blood pressure, so who wouldn't want that? There's three main things that I'm going to talk about for why you should go vegan. So the first one's for the animals, and then for your health and for the environment. If you look into what happens to animals for you to eat them, it's disgusting. Like, it put me off so much, for both like cosmetics like makeup and leather, and for consumption, so like eating them. It's just not nice, and if you knew that, you would never eat a piece of meat the same, because I feel like when kids grow up they don't realize what meat is. Like, they don't actually realize that they're eating an animal. Now the thought of it actually makes me feel sick. And it's also for your health, like good for your health, so it's actually suitable for any age. I know this is proven that it is suitable for any age. So if you don't know who Family Fizz are, they're like a family channel on YouTube, and they are all vegan, and they have a 7-year-old, a 13-year-old and a 1-year-old, I'm pretty sure, and the mum and dad, and they are all vegan and they're all perfectly healthy, and the baby is growing just as good as a normal baby. It makes you so much healthier. Like, in general, it just makes you so healthy. People think that vegans just eat salad. Trust me, I do not just eat salad. I can go and get a vegan Magnum and it tastes the exact same. My dad actually ate one by accident and thought it was a real Magnum, so they taste the exact same. If that doesn't prove to you, then I don't know what does. But to be fair, vegan Magnums are not healthy for you, but I just want to say that to show that you can still have treats like normal people. It doesn't mean that you can't eat anything nice. There is literally like Rocky Roads and chocolate bars and all that in Tesco's and Asda. Like, even their own brand makes it, like the Free From range, and they're actually really good. The chocolate bars especially are so yummy, and Sainsbury's do such a good vegan range, and Marks and Spencer's does a really good vegan range as well, but it's pretty expensive because it's like trendy at the minute. That's why it's kind of expensive. Just try and introduce it slowly into your diet and hopefully you won't regret it. I know you won't regret it, actually. So also, becoming vegan, if you're interested in cooking, becoming vegan is so good because it's so much more interesting to cook, and you think you've kind of like achieved something if you have made something vegan that is yummier than something that's not vegan. The other day I made brownies, like vegan brownies. They weren't 100% healthy, but they were definitely healthier than normal brownies. They were so yummy, they tasted the exact same. I'm trying to cut down on brands that use palm oil. I know the Oreos have palm oil in them, and that's really sad because Oreos are really good, and also it allows you to try like really good food that you wouldn't have tried unless you're vegan. The last point is for the environment. So the most beneficial thing to lower your carbon footprint is to become vegan, to not consume products derived from animals. It's just really beneficial to the environment. Basically what happens is trees are cut down in the forest to either clear up space for cattle or other animals, or to free up space to grow crops for the animals to eat. Not for us to eat, for the animals to eat. So soya is made for animals to eat, but if we eat it, we consume like so much less than that. It would be so much better if we consumed the soya straight from the ground rather than the animals consuming the soya so that we can consume the animal that ate the soya. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But that leads me on to the next point, which is that you can get all the nutrients from the ground, because where else are the animals getting the nutrients from that you're eating? Hopefully I have helped you understand a little bit more about veganism and maybe shifted your opinion on veganism, or maybe I have influenced you to try out one vegan meal a week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!